Hey gamers and people that generally aren't subbed to me, in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to boost your YouTube upload speeds, and this involves compressing your files with a program called Handbrake, and this is perfect for the people who have low bandwidth and want to upload more often to YouTube. This is basically what the program will look like when you first open it. It looks a bit scary, but we'll get to that a bit later on in the tutorial. Right, so first things first, I'm going to get a completely new clean install of Handbrake, and this involves me going to uninstall Handbrake from my start folder. It's easy to do. I just have to find it first. Where is it? Okay, found it. Okay, now I just click uninstall, and this way you can see the exact steps I'm taking and exactly what I do on my epic journey to get faster upload speed. So now we've got a clean uninstall, we're going to go ahead and install it once more, and this way you can follow exactly what I do. Now first thing you want to go and do is open your favourite web browser. I prefer Chrome or Firefox, so I'm going to go in Chrome at the moment. And all you want to do is go into Handbrake, the website. By typing in Handbrake on Google is probably the easiest way. I will leave the link in the description as well, so don't panic. You want to find your operating system when you go to downloads on the page downloads. I personally have a Windows 64-bit operating system. Then it will just begin a countdown ready for your download. This may take some time depending on what your broadband is. So once it's done, it should be where you saved it. I personally saved it on the desktop just because it's a lot easier to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and run a virus scan which shows no threats found. I am using Avast, so Avast is a very reliable source. I'm just going to go ahead and run it and skip through these steps. And you know where the save folder is, you can change that depending on where you want it. I personally leave it alone. So once it's done, you'll get something else that appears. I have it on my desktop once again. This is basically the file that we worked with at the start. So I'm going to go ahead and virus scan it once more, just so you can double check that it is completely safe and legit. Right there, no threats found. That is by Avast, very reliable. So I'm going to go ahead and run it, and this is what we saw on the startup of the video. It looks like that. So the next thing we're going to do is actually find a video to render, so you can see it from scratch. Like I said, I'm actually going to start it from complete scratch. So what I've done here is I've just found a video that I've been working with. This is for my Gaming Weekly series if you're one of my gamers. If you're somebody who doesn't know who I am, then just bear with me. This is one of my series that I do on my channel. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight it all, and I'm going to render it in MP4. MP4 is probably, in my opinion, the easiest to work with. It works best with this method. It works best to compress, and that rhymes, that's pretty cool. And it works best to upload to YouTube in general. I have been using WMV in the past. I think that should be fine, but I'm going to go with MP4 so you can follow along. I'm just going to change the name here so I can easily find this file. Now we can see here that I'm setting it to 720p. This is high quality, this is HD. So you can see it should be in 720p when it's uploaded to YouTube as well. I'm just going to pick the destination where I want to save it. I'm going to save it on my desktop once again because it is easier to work with in tutorials. So the rendering process would take some time, so I'm just going to skip through this. Depending on how good your computer is, this may take longer. So the time there with MP4 in 720p to render was about 20 minutes. So here's my render video. This is the one I just rendered then. I'm just going to go ahead and open it in properties. It's 916 megabytes. Now that would take quite a while on low connections to upload to YouTube, and basically this will compress that and make it much smaller to work with and much smaller to upload. Now I want you to keep an eye on the quality of this video. As you can see, it opens fine, because I'll be comparing the quality later in the video. Now we're just going to open Handbrake, and we'll see exactly the same screen as we saw at the beginning of the video. Now I'm just getting it somewhere I can drop and drag the file in. So all you have to do is drop and drag your file in, and this message will pop up. You can just ignore this message, it isn't actually that important. It's just basically saying the output stuff. Now we're just going to set where the destination and where it will be saved to. I'm going to save it to the desktop once again because it's much easier to work with. Now this program looks quite confusing, but you actually don't have to change anything. Feel free to tinker with it in your own time, but I found you don't need to change anything to make it work. Now when you're ready to start compressing, click the big start button at the top, and then there'll be a percentage timer that comes up at the bottom. Now once this is done, you just need to find where you saved it. Mine was on the desktop, so it's quite easy to find. It's 79.6 megabytes. Compared to the other one, which is about 922 megabytes, that is a big decrease. And the quality hasn't changed at all. If you look at this and compare it back to the older one, hardly any quality has changed, and if there is, it's a very small minority which nobody will see. I've tried this on my channel, I've switched and nobody's seen the difference. It really does work. Now we're going to go ahead and compare. So this one was exactly 79.6 megabytes and the other one was 916 megabytes. Now when you go to upload, which I don't think you need help with, you will have a massive decrease in time. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and join the gamers today if you haven't already. Please like and please comment if you found this helpful.